freaks, it's Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, from Stairway to Stardom to Stairway to Heaven, we say goodbye to a Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee today. Plus, which food delivery service wants to help you get fucked up the butt? Diaper boy needs a changing, and rough sex or murder.
I was getting high with my boys one day, just kicking back, hanging out in LA. When this dude drove by in this really funky Benz, I could tell right away this motherfucker had ends. Was a white dude, about 30-something, kept staring at me, yo, like he wanted something. He called me over and he asked for directions. I saw his dick was hard, so I peeked his card. I said, you lying, you know you ain't lost. You wanna suck my dick while I'm jacking you off? And he said, oh no, there must be a mistake. I got a wife and a kid and I'm very, very straight. So I said, take my number and my name. You can call me up when you're sick of playing games. As I walked away, yo, I knew he would call. Cause if you see one fag, they can see them all. He wants sex. So what the fuck you think? He needs sex. So what the fuck you mean? He wants sex. Cause if you see one fag, now you see them all. He wants sex. So what the fuck you need? He needs sex. So what the fuck you think? He wants sex. Cause if you see one fag, then you see them all. So I knew that he'd be climbing the wall. 1 week later and he finally called. He said his family's gone for a week or two, and he was really bored and needed something to do. So I drove to his crib up in Beverly Hills, a bomb man's house worth a couple of mils. He said he wasn't gay, he just wanted to check. And a half hour later he massaging my back. In his wife's room, he gave me some head. Went in the next room and fucked on his kid's bed. Fucked that we fucked like bitches in heat. I came on his face and all over the sheets. I knew that I was done when I started getting soft. I grabbed the kid's toy and I wiped my dick off. He's lying on the bed still trying to recover. I'm dressed and I'm out as my car burns rubber. He wants sex. So what the fuck you think? He needs sex. So what the fuck you need? He wants sex. Cause if you see one fag, then you see them all.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
A bucket of this diarrhea. I didn't want it to be in my mouth, but it was running down my eyes.
I'm sorry!
And I love the aftertaste of semen in my mouth.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you for the Wednesday edition of Distorted View Daily. Thank you so much for joining me. Real quick, I did want to mention I posted a new video on our YouTube channel by popular request. It's me singing the Mega Man 3 theme song. I've titled that song Love Is the Answer. It is the rock version that starts off nice, quiet and mellow, and sort of builds up. I use the term sing loosely here because there's not a lot of words. It's just me going bing bong, boom.
Bing bong, bing bong.
It does begin to rock about 45 seconds into the tune. You all know the song, right? Well, now you can watch me sing it. What a treat. Check out our new YouTube channel. There's a link on the main navigation bar over there at distortedview.com. And if you're wondering why the song is called Love Is the Answer, those are the only words in the song. There you go. Yeah, the second I posted this song, the comments started coming in about me having a heart attack, people wanting to make sure that I've taken my heart pills. I am okay, I promise you. Although it would have been hilarious if I died while singing this song. Cause of death literally would have been Mega Man. That fucking theme song rocks too hard, man. Well, I hate to use death as a transition here, but, this fucking year, man, 2022, it's a real son of a bitch. It's claimed our very own Level 80 cat lady. I found out DV artist Bill passed away, although technically I think he died last year, but I found out about it in 2022, so I'm counting it. And now I have some sad news to report. A DV favorite, not a listener, a subject of our ridicule, has passed away. Can I get some taps, please? I just found this out minutes ago thanks to DV listener Synth Magnet. He shared this with me on Twitter. One of the great Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominees has sadly passed away. Lucille Cataldo. You might not remember her name. I guarantee you remember her song from her appearance on Stairway to Stardom in 1984. Hairdresser.
Hairdresser, hairdresser, whoa, hairdresser, 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 hairdresser.
I have her obituary here. She died at the age of 69 on Friday, June 10th, just a few days ago. According to the obit, Lucille was an accomplished musician, singer, and songwriter. She sang in venues around Brooklyn and Manhattan, bringing joy to audiences of all ages. She taught herself to play keyboard, trumpet, saxophone, guitar, and the flute. Her creative expression was not limited to music. She was also an artist, a painter, and a sculptor. She also loved birds. The official obituary even includes YouTube links to some of her music, including Hairdresser. I don't know, I just get the sense that she was a good sport about the whole thing. She probably got a kick out of all of the attention that song was receiving. But here's another song that was posted on YouTube. I think this is from Stairway to Stardom as well.
Les yeux qui font baiser les miens, Henri qui se perd sous sa bouche, voilà le portrait sans retouche.
She's singing La Vie en Rose.
J'appartiens.
She's not a bad singer, right? It's just, that song was crazy. Her original composition, Hairdresser. I love that it's like 7 songs in one. It goes on for 4 minutes, and it's all over the place.
Teaser Louise,
Yeah.
Teaser Louise, all the guys call it Teaser Louise.
This is the same song.
Without her hair, without her face, she just ain't Teaser Louise. Teaser Louise, Teaser Louise. She's not out to please.
How can a model drink beer from a bottle?
That's why they call it Teaser Louise.
I ask myself that on a daily basis. All right, rest in peace, Lucille Cataldo. Fucking 2022 strikes again. Now, before I heard this horrible news, I was originally going to start the show off by talking a little more about gay pride, because, here at Distorted View, we're celebrating it all month long with filthy, disgusting, gay-centric clips. At the top of the show, you heard that song, He Wants It.
Yeah, I'm tearing that ass up, cause he left to ride him and he left to suck him. And after I was done, I let my homeboys fuck him. Now his punk ass calls me every day. I told him we were through, then he said he would pay. So now twice a week I'm getting paid to tap him. He laced me with the cash and a Visa Platinum.
It's a pride anthem, that song. In the Discord, DV listener Genko provided a link to a video that I thought was fucking crazy insane. It's basically an advertisement for Postmates. I'm sure you're all familiar with Postmates, right? It's a food delivery service like Uber Eats. I think they predated Uber, as a matter of fact. I think Postmates started around 2011. They were recently purchased by Uber. If you use Grubhub or DoorDash, you know pretty much how Postmates works. Now, some companies will, change their Twitter icon or their Facebook profile picture to include a little rainbow in their logo, and that's how they celebrate pride. It's the bare minimum, really an empty gesture, if you ask me. Postmates goes a little beyond that. Postmates has created a video that helps bottoms pick out the right food to eat before they get fucked in the asshole. Now, even though this video is really directed at bottoms, in the end, sorry for the pun there, this actually does help tops out as well, because now the dude fucking will not pull out a penis covered in peanut butter. Let's say peanut butter. You know what I mean, right? Yep, on Postmates' official YouTube channel, the video Eat with Pride, introducing the bottom-friendly menu, was posted on June 9th, so just a few days ago. Let's take a listen.
What are you eating, Miss Pride?
ass, mostly ass.
Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want. But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve? Not this pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates.
Is this not crazy? Am I just aging out of society or something? That I think this is cuckoo crazy? A delivery company is posting tips and tricks so you don't shit all over the dude who's fucking you. Thanks, Postmates. It's just weird, right? I mean, they could have done so many other things. Like, we're going to give 10% of all profits to the Trevor Project or whatever. Instead, they made it sexual. And isn't that kind of offensive? Like, if you're a gay person, aren't you sick of, like, companies and people just treating your orientation as, like, a sex thing? I'm just thinking of ways that people could possibly be offended by this. Because, you know, people are offended by everything now.
But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve? Not this pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates. We teamed up with Dr. Evan Goldstein from Bespoke Surgical to bring you a menu of bottom-friendly foods backed by science. Insoluble fiber won't help you feel cute, so avoid things like whole grains, wheat bran, cauliflower, potatoes, legumes.
See, I would have thought that bread would be okay for a bottom to eat.
Hold up. Are you just fully diving into those beans?
Beans, yeah, I would stay away from.
The problem with these foods is they don't dissolve in water, which could cause a traffic jam in your digestive system, making a mess of your evening. Speaking of...
See, my whole thinking is, I want to shit solid. I want nice, hard, firm shits. You know, the kind that result in a clean wipe, as opposed to, you know, eating foods that's going to make your shit mushy, and you're going to have trouble cleaning out, because, you know, it's going to smear. All right, let's finish this ad up.
Making a mess of your evening. Speaking of messy, it's a good idea to avoid dairy.
I cannot,
especially if you're lactose intolerant,
handle lactose right now. Look at her.
If you're going to eat something insoluble, give your body about 24 hours to process all of it.
Isn't it crazy how bottoms have to plan out that far in advance? No spur of the moment loving. I think some guys are just sort of blessed with a good digestive system and they can just do it whenever.
Soluble fibers and protein are the key to having some good, clean fun. These all digest easily and slowly while feeding
so they're suggesting nuts, white rice, citrus, peas, fish.
Gut bacteria, which makes sushi a great bottom-friendly option.
Sushi? Really? I wouldn't think that. I mean, see, the type of sushi I eat is like gas station sushi, which is not a good idea if you're a bottom. But if you're going to a nice, like, sushi restaurant, you should be okay.
There's no right or wrong way to bottom. But if you're planning on getting peachy this pride, the bottom-friendly menu on Postmates has the kinds of foods that can keep you feeling...
Postmates celebrating pride with a bottom-friendly menu on their website. Ta-da! Moving on now, I noticed in my YouTube subscription feed, it was entirely covered with videos from The Pattern of Conduct. This is a crazy lady we have featured a couple times before. She's the woman who thinks the sun isn't real and it's following her. Like, the sun is stalking her. I think she's going through some sort of manic phase because she's posting a new video every 5 to 10 minutes. Here is a sampling.
Ernie, just want to show you where the Ontario police is stalking, where the fake sun is right over my head.
Police are stalking her. The sun is stalking. Like, no one will leave this poor woman alone.
Fake sun is right over my head. I completed my purchase on surveillance cameras inside of Stater Brothers in Chino, California. I walk out into the parking lot and I'm showing you the fake sun in pictures that I take. The overweight minion that works for Stater Brothers is moving around shopping carts. He's stalking with noise.
In reality, what happened was this woman went to a store, and as she was leaving, there was an employee in the parking lot collecting carts. The carts, like, banged together. They made some sort of noise, and she thinks that's noise stalking.
Around shopping carts, he's stalking with noise in that parking lot in Chino, California, where the fake sun is squarely over my head. It is not over the Ontario Town Square, but it is square, meaning the natural environment. That would not be the case, right? But it is engaging in the path.
She seems to know where the sun should be. Like, if this were the real sun, it wouldn't be overhead.
Pattern of being squarely over my head while I'm in Ontario at the Ontario Town Square, where also the Ontario Police Department is stalking by helicopter. All right, I want to be clear. The entity is engaging. This is how the demon-possessed engage in terrorism. Okay?
Okay.
This is crossing path. That's a demon that is stalking. All right.
That's a pedestrian walking on the sidewalk, minding their own business, not looking at you. They're not even close to you. I'm just curious. I just sort of want to click around here and watch or listen to a few more of these videos.
This is the stalker. That is the Ontario police.
All right. Police in a plane or helicopter or something. Next video.
This is the Ontario police flying in circles.
Pretty much the same thing.
And this is where the minion usually opens the door at the train tracks. He doesn't. Also aware of the fact that I'm capturing video.
The minion in this video is the bus driver. She's just taking public transit, and apparently the bus driver is a minion of the devil for opening the door at train tracks.
Alrighty, this is the fake sun that is over me, first of all. Second of all, the entity is stalking with an airplane over this parking lot.
So that's how her day is going. What an exhausting existence, you know? I mean, it's got to be, she's crazy, obviously, but it's got to be draining on her to actually believe this stuff. Poor lady. All right, moving on. In the Discord, DV listener General Stealth provided a link to Blonde Boy on YouTube. This is actually someone we have featured a few times over the years. He is an adult male who enjoys diaper play and living life as a baby. He lives with an older dude who I guess is his daddy. And daddy's like, good morning. Time to check your diaper. See if it's soiled. You know, daddy likes to change the diaper of this kid, who's not a kid, by the way. I think he's in his 30s. But he does kind of look youthful. He's got like that twink energy. Here's a little bit from the most recent video.
Good morning. Hey, sleepyhead. It's a beautiful day outside.
See, daddy kind of sounds older, you know. Anyway, he's trying to wake up Blonde Boy, who is still in bed. He's covered up with his Smurf bed sheets. He's got his pacifier in his mouth.
It's time to get up.
Come on. My dad would be like, don't make me call you again. Next time I'm going to wake you up with my belt. Come on, act like a real father.
Well, you have to. It's a beautiful day. We got things to do. We have Brecky and...
Brecky.
You can play and do things.
Daddy's going to fuck you. That shitter.
Blankets.
Daddy is touching the diaper, rubbing his hand. This is on fucking YouTube. Again, I just have to reiterate, I look at the camera the wrong way, and YouTube's like, flagged.
I think it's time for somebody to get a diaper change. And we even brought this diaper.
New diaper.
No, I'm dry.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
I realize he's acting like a kid, but I hate when adults do that baby talk shit. I'm dry, Daddy.
Only long.
Oh, I would be horrible at age play. Like, if I was with someone whose fetish was age play, and they're like, I really want you to act like a 5-year-old boy, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll do it, but I'm not doing the voice. It's gonna be a 5-year-old that sounds like this. Powder my ass, Daddy. I took a big fat shit in my diaper. You're gonna have to wipe real good. I ate lots of dairy and beans last night. It ain't gonna be a solid shit, Daddy. My diaper's messy. It's seeping. I know a lot of you guys are saying, Tim, most 5-year-olds aren't in diapers, but that's part of the age play for me. Developmentally, I'm a bit slow.
Oh, you're dry? God.
Maybe.
That's strange.
Maybe I am.
Maybe you are?
Maybe.
I think you're just a bit dead.
Yeah, I feel like that kid should be punished for lying. He said he had a dry diaper. It's soiled. You don't lie to Daddy. You could get that boy on your knee and spank him. I mean, come on.
Rise and shine.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's wet.
You pissed yourself again. You're too old for this.
And everybody's ready for you to go out there and play with them after we eat. And after we change you.
Yeah, because I don't want to leak when I go and play outside. That would be bad.
You're such a smart boy.
No.
Why do mornings have to come so early?
It's funny. So we've been playing Blonde Boy clips, not very often, but I think the first time I featured him was 5, 6, 7 years ago. And back then, he would look really youthful. Now he's starting to get a little older. Now it's just weird.
No. It seems like you just hit your head hit the pillow, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's time to get up again.
Yeah, he's a blonde man in a diaper, a blonde boy.
Yeah, like hitting the pillow like that, and like that, like that.
Hey, don't throw pillows in the house.
Wait.
Yeah, you should be.
Blonde boy needs some discipline.
I see somebody who's really playful today.
Yes, well, just a little blonde boy update. Thank you so much, General Stealth, for reminding me of him. One more short clip, and then we will get into the news. I've got a woman here driving in her car. She stops as she's leaving her apartment complex, her gated community, because she didn't like the way the car behind her looked. More specifically, the driver of the car. She didn't think the driver belonged in this complex and was going to prevent her from leaving, I guess. I don't know if her plan was to call the authorities. Again, the woman behind this crazy bitch was doing nothing wrong. She was just trying to leave, trying to probably go to work or something. There's a racial element to this.
Yo, look at this stupid ass bitch.
Okay, it's at this point the woman who's being blocked gets out of her car to confront the bitch in the Prius.
Yo, look at this stupid ass bitch who has me busted in my own fucking neighborhood. This is her fucking tag. This is her fucking tag. This is what she looks like. I hope you lose your fucking job. Yeah, lose your job. Lose your fucking job. So you need to get the fuck out of my way. Now, get out of my way.
The only thing this black lady does is knock on the window trying to get this woman's attention. The woman in the car just sort of smiles in that cunty way. Now I'm going to fast forward to when the cops arrive and the white woman's demeanor changes noticeably. She's going to play the victim real quick here.
I was assaulted by a man.
It's hard to hear, but she's like, I was assaulted by a man recently.
I wanted her to back up, but she doesn't live here. I didn't want to let her in. She doesn't.
Again, very difficult to hear, but she's like, the woman doesn't even live here. And the police officer said, yeah, but she does live here. That's the thing. We did checked her fucking ID, bitch.
Okay, I didn't know. Then why did you need to fill out of the block?
Well, I didn't know she lives here. Well, it's not your job to know that. It's none of your business, cunt.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was assaulted by a man.
I'm going to call bullshit on her because if she's that afraid because she was assaulted by a man, she wouldn't be getting into confrontations like this. Blocking people from leaving. And then when she sees this woman getting out of her car to confront her, again, she just sits in her car and smiles at her. At the time, she wasn't afraid. Now she's, turning on the waterworks for the police officer. I was assaulted. I was a victim. Even if that's true, this lady's not a man. I can understand you being afraid of big dudes.
I was assaulted by a man. I was just thought she was going to hurt me.
Again, later on, she says, she threatened to hurt me. But the woman didn't really threaten. She was just banging on the window saying, let me through, bitch. She continues to cry, and she's like, I have to protect myself.
If someone's threatening to hurt me, I'm banging on my window and falling. I didn't try to hurt you. I just was trying to protect myself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to protect myself. She 100% put herself in this whole scenario, position she's in, etc. All right, there you go. Just a dumb bitch for your Wednesday. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to that fucked up news right now. If you are not yet a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, please consider signing up and supporting this nonsense. The Sideshow is our member site where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week I do brand new exclusive shows. Yesterday was a really fun Sideshow exclusive podcast. check it out. Superfreaksideshow.com memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Also, remember, if you use Spotify or Apple Podcasts to listen to DV, you can now sign up for Sideshow access right in those apps. Just a couple of taps, you'll get all of the new Sideshow exclusive episodes, including the one I have planned for you tomorrow. Sign up right now so you don't miss a thing. Superfreaksideshow.com. Other ways to support DV, we've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there, and it's true. It really does help the program out. So thank you to all of my patrons. And you Sideshow freaks, you are the reason this show continues. Okay, 3 very quick stories now. First up, I saw this one and my head exploded. Again, I know I said it earlier in the podcast, but I feel like I'm aging out of society. Like I'm just totally out of touch. I don't understand. Is Dawn on the phone? I can't believe people are this sensitive and whiny, stupid. I don't know what the right word is even anymore. Did you see this thing about Lizzo? You know, the musical artist Lizzo, the big fat black woman. Great voice on her. Love her music. Lizzo is 100% ready to listen and change. Yes, Lizzo almost got canceled because of some lyrics in her song. I figured it was like a really bad word, like she said a derogatory term for Jews or something. Something I could understand people being upset about. No. On Monday, the music artist announced that she has released a new version. She recorded new lyrics to appease her fans who were upset and disappointed in the artist. Apparently, the single is called Girls with like 3 R's in it. Girls. She changed the lyrics to eliminate an ableist slur. That's when I checked out. I was like, oh, fuck this noise. But then I thought, okay, well, maybe she used the word retarded in the song. And I can sort of understand, getting in trouble for saying the R word. I don't agree with it, but okay, whatever. Turns out that wasn't it either. And then so I was like racking my brain. What could be the ableist term that she used that upset people? Crippled? No, it's not even that bad. All right, it's been brought to my attention that there is a harmful word in my new song, Girls, she shared in a Twitter post. Let me make one thing clear. I never want to promote derogatory language. As a fat black woman in America, I've had many hurtful words used against me, so I overstand. What? I overstand the power words can have, whether intentionally or, in my case, unintentionally. I'm proud to say there's a new version of Girls with a lyric change. This is the result of me listening and taking action. As an influential artist, I'm dedicated to being part of the change I've been waiting to see in the world. Lizzo released the single, the second off of her sophomore album Special, last Friday. But instead of a rapturous response, the song was quickly lambasted. Or lamb-basted. Oh, I love basted lamb. I'm sure Lizzo does too. All right, the lyric goes like this. Hold my bag, bitch. And I thought maybe bitch was the offensive word. No, it's okay. You can call someone a bitch. Hold my bag. Do you see this shit? I'm a spaz. I'm about to knock somebody out. Yo, where my best friend? She's the only one I know to talk me off the deep end. If you're like me and still wondering what the offensive word was, apparently spaz is a slur, an ugly ableist word that we all need to eliminate from our vocabulary. All right. Twitter called out the use of the word spaz. The article, by the way, won't even write the word, right? They're using little dashes and stuff. I'm so glad they did SP blank Z. Otherwise, I would have no idea what the slur was. Twitter called out the use of the word spaz, noting that it's an ableist slur. One Twitter user wrote, hey, at Lizzo, my disability, cerebral palsy, is literally classified as spastic diplegia or something, where spasticity refers to unending painful tightness in my legs. Your new song makes me pretty angry, wrote one. Of course it's on Twitter. It's the only people who are upset, Twitter users. Spaz doesn't mean freaked out or crazy. It does, but okay. It's an ableist slur. It's 2022. Do better. But like spastic means other things too. Like I have a spastic colon. So if spaz is short for spastic, spastic technically means relating to or affected by muscle spasm. So it's not another term for cerebral palsy. It's a spaz is like a term of a symptom of cerebral palsy, but it's its own word. Like, I think this is a fucking stretch to make spaz a slur on the level of, the F word, R word, whatever, N word. The litany of similar comments expressing their dismay popped up throughout the weekend, leading Lizzo to make her own post announcing her decision to change the lyrics. Well, there you go. I mean, maybe I don't understand the origins of the slur. I mean, I didn't do a lot of research on this. So good for Lizzo and good for people who won't have to hear that hurtful word in her songs anymore. I know we have a lot of disabled listeners of Distorted View. Some might say every person who listens to Distorted View is disabled in their own special way. But anyone out there that has like a spastic condition, does the word spaz offend you? I would love to hear from you. Call into the voicemail line. All right, second story we have for you today. Oh, something a little more lighthearted. A child has died after playing hide and seek at home. Apparently, he was really, really good at the game. Apparently, people just gave up looking for him. And this kid, ever the competitor, just thought, he was still playing. Days went by. He thought he was still in the middle of this hide and seek game. All right, the story comes from Georgia here. The Thomas County Sheriff's Office said a child is dead after playing hide and seek in his family home on Murphy Road, right outside of Coolidge, Georgia. According to Police Captain Tim Watkins, deputies responded to the home Friday evening. He says the boy, between the age of 8 to 10, they don't even know the age of the boy. Where's the family at? I'm sure they would know the age of their son. Oh shit, we forgot to tell the family the boy died. Someone should really notify them. All right, so deputies responded to the home Friday evening. He says the boy, I don't know, age somewhere between 7 and 35, was trapped between the dryer and the washing machine. Good hiding spot. He was playing hide and go seek with his cousins and other family members. The sheriff's office said it's believed the child was trying to hide behind the appliances when he got stuck between them. After about 5 to 10 minutes, the boy's family discovered him and began performing CPR. So I'm guessing he wedged himself behind the appliance and then couldn't breathe and couldn't get out. When emergency services arrived, they continued CPR, said Captain Watkins. He shared that the child was briefly responsive. A huge sigh of relief washed over the family, but then became unresponsive again. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. He was transported to a hospital. You know what I would have done? I know this is a long shot, but sometimes unconventional methods are the only way to go. Put him in the dryer. Set it on tumble. Jostle that fucker around a little bit. Maybe it could have restarted his heart. Who knows? Anyway, he was transported to the hospital in the area where he was officially pronounced dead. See, they should have tried the dryer thing. Captain Watkins said it's believed that the child died from positional asphyxiation. I think the captain's just trying to be polite. I want to see the coroner's report. I have a sneaking suspicion it was autoerotic asphyxiation. This little kid got off to hide and seek. He was a pervert, a freak. All right, I'm sorry. Captain Watkins said it's believed that the child died from positional asphyxiation since there was no trauma to the boy's body when he was found. There are no charges being brought against the family members at this time. Well, there really should be. At the very least, these kids should be charged at being piss-poor hide-and-seek players. The first place they should have looked was behind appliances. Come on. There's no charges being brought against the family members at the time, but an official autopsy will be performed on Wednesday. Yeah, I want to see that. The boy is originally from Jewett, Texas. Become Jewett-wise, but came to Thomas County to visit his grandparents. That also apparently was a grave mistake. All right, final story we have for you today. We are going to Texas.
We're going to Texas.
Here we come.
Here we go.
We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. Here we go. A man in Texas has been charged with the capital murder of his girlfriend. Another light and breezy news story about murder. A man in Texas has been charged with the capital murder of his girlfriend and their unborn baby girl after he allegedly told police that rough sex was the cause of the mother's death. Here's the problem, officers. I'm very good at sex. Too good. I fucked her dead. That's not a crime, right? I loved her. I boned her too good. Paul Raymond Chandler, 20, was placed under arrest for the beating and strangulation death of Casey Wofford, 19. Guys, I am so glad I am super vanilla when it comes to sex. I don't like things violent. I don't like things rough. I don't like strangling people, choking them out, beating them. I'm not into that. It would be just my luck that I fucking pull a Lenny and I pet someone too hard and they die, or I snap their neck or something. I feel like, if you are into that type of sex, which is fine, I'm not kink shaming here, I feel like you should have your partner sign paperwork or something. There's got to be at least some sort of proof that they're into really rough stuff. That way, if there's an accident, if things get out of hand, if someone accidentally dies, you're protected, Any lawyers listening to the show? Is there something that can be done about that? All right. An arrest warrant reviewed by Oxygen.com, isn't that like the female TV network, states that Chandler called police shortly before 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday to report that his wife was dead and blue in the face. It's kind of redundant. You say that your wife's dead and also blue, and it doesn't really matter what color her face is if she's dead. Whatever. When responders arrived at the Deer Parkway home in Wichita Falls, they found Wofford on her back, lying next to an air mattress. Again, I've got another unconventional suggestion. You got nothing to lose. She's already dead. You got that air mattress. Just put her mouth over the hole where you blow it up and just deflate the mattress real quick. Like jump on the mattress so all the air from the mattress goes into her mouth, into her body. I mean, maybe that might jumpstart something, all that extra air whooshing into her system. Again, worth a shot. It's believed that Wofford, who was obviously pregnant, had been dead for several hours in the couple's upstairs bedroom. The victim wore only a t-shirt and had blood coming from the corner of her mouth. Hot. Detective Fowler stated that there were signs of lividity indicative of the body being moved. A post-mortem examination at the Southwestern Institute of Forensic Sciences revealed that Wofford was 32 weeks pregnant with a daughter, and that the otherwise healthy unborn child was only dead because the mom had died. Proof that babies can't live on their own, therefore abortion should be legal, right? Fucking thing wasn't exactly viable, was it? Wofford died of strangulation both by her throat and by compression to her chest. Further examination showed the blood from the victim's mouth stemmed from her bottom lip being ripped away from the gums. That's really rough sex. And that there was bruising and trauma to her head, which in and of itself was not fatal, but showed significant signs to the medical examiner that the victim was beaten. Chandler allegedly initially told detectives that he and Wofford went to bed at around 1 a.m. and he got horny. He found his girlfriend dead when he woke up hours later. Oh, this was before he was like, oh, I fucked her dead. Paul made statements that he didn't know what happened, but he believes some unknown person may have climbed through their open second-story window and done something to her. That's like his first story. Police arrested Chandler and read him his rights, after which he allegedly admitted to lying about the mystery intruder. He then stated that he and the woman watched a movie before falling asleep and admitted that he and Wofford got into an argument. Then he claimed it never became physical at that point. He went on to deny that he was ever physical with his girlfriend, even when she slapped him in the past. Chandler went on to say that Wofford died in the course of rough sex. Rough makeup sex. That checks out. Paul stated that after they talked, but before they fell asleep, they engaged in what he considered rough sex, which included Casey being on her back and him putting his hand on her throat and pushing down to impede her airway. So he choked her while having sex. My guess is that that's true. He didn't know that he killed her. He came and immediately fell asleep. He didn't bother to check on his girlfriend there. Meanwhile, she was gasping for air. Paul stated that they were done having sex. Casey told him that her throat hurt, but she also said that she loved him. According to Casey's Facebook page, it lists her marital status as engaged to Chandler. Currently, jail records show Chandler is being held at the Wichita County Jail on $1.5 million bond. He is charged with capital murder. Actually, murders. Oh, because of the baby. Yeah, he'll be going away for a long time. Guys, again, if you're into rough sex, be careful. Sign paperwork or something. Even if it's just an agreement on a napkin. I don't know if that will protect you, but every little bit will help. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's check in with a few of you freaks and see what's up. Love to hear from you little monsters. Many ways to contact the show. Show at distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. I am posting the show late, so let's just do a couple real quick voicemails so I can post this and go to bed. Yes, caller. Well, you're not going to make this easy on me, are you? You're really going to drag this out. I'm trying to keep this voicemail segment chugging along.
Caller, live, one-on-one.
Oh, it's Vlad fucking around on the party line again. Okay.
Hey, baby, you sound very, very sexy and cute. Connect live. I'm home alone and I'm very horny. I'm high.
Uh-oh. This is a job for Lorna.
Go ahead. You're connected. When done, hit the pound sign. That's the pound sign. Say hello.
Hello, baby. How you doing?
Hey, Jaco.
Oh, baby, you sound very sexy. What are you doing? My dick is hard and big.
Oh, my God.
I wonder if this guy is for real. He sounds like a white dude doing an accent. I think he's fucking around and Vlad's fucking around.
Hard dick. I'm laying back in bed and I'm totally naked.
Oh, baby, let me come top of you.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
You sound really, really fucking hot. What's your name?
My name Harry.
Harry?
How old are you?
What's your real name? What's your, Indian name?
Harvinder Singh.
Oh, really? That's cool. I used to date this guy who was Indian, and whenever I used to sit on his head, he used to go, Jagu, Jagu, Jagu. What did that mean? What does Jagu mean?
I don't know really what is that Jagu, something else.
No fucking Indian person knows what Jagu means. It's the weirdest thing.
Maybe you not pronounce right.
Well, what's something close to that? What's something like Jagu? What would be a word in your language that's close to that?
I don't know really what is that mean, Jagu. I never heard that.
Okay, well,
I love that this poor guy is he's horny, right? He wants to talk dirty to this bitch.
Indiana, Punjabi.
He's like, can you tell me some Indian words?
What would wake up? How would you translate the word to, wake up?
Jago. Jago. Jago.
Jago is what?
Wake up.
Jago is wake up.
Well, how come he didn't know that beforehand?
So you pronounce that like Jago?
Yeah.
Jago,
okay.
Jago, Jago.
Here we go, Timmy. What do you think? What do you think? I think Harry here might have told us. So they're singing Jago, and it means
Jago.
wake up.
Jago, Jago, Jago. But that's not how they sing. They say it in the song.
Cool.
It literally is
Jago.
Jago.
What do you get into?
Jago, Jago.
To me, a big boobs and big ass. And
big boobs. Oh my goodness.
Big boob, big boob, big boob.
You have some really big titties here. I think they might be too big for you.
Yeah, you have a big boobies.
Big boobies. Big old white titties.
Unfortunately, the voicemail will only record 3 minutes, and so the phone call got cut off there.
Jago, Jago, Jago.
The Jago, Jago, Jago.
Jago, Jago, Jago.
Jago, Jago, Jago. Oh, please, come on. How did the guy not know that?
Hey, Tim, Haley's Comet calling up. I have stumbled across the answer to a question that has vexed you and DV fans for ages. Specifically, why does Jim Bakker let his current wife on his show to sit there in the background agreeing with him in what appears to be a drunken or drug-induced stupor?
Wow.
I was listening to a podcast about the Twin Flames cult.
Oh, I'm not aware of that cult.
The podcast is called Twin Flames, and they interviewed an expert on cult methodologies in one of the bonus episodes after the main series. And she explained that it is common for cult leaders, male cult leaders specifically, to have a female figure behind them who is associated with them but still subservient to them, reasserting what they're saying, agreeing with what they're saying. And the point of this is to lure women watching this little presentation into a false sense of security. Having his wife on the show with him makes women more likely to buy what Jim Bakker is selling.
The food buckets?
His wife serves as a cynical sales tool to lure in other women.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Know-It-All Haley's Comet. Makes sense to me.
Hey, Timmy Boo, this is Diaper Glue Boy here.
Yeah, diaper, horsey glue.
A question, or an answer for that question you asked about why they killed the alligators that tore that guy up. Reason is, I live here in Florida, and a lot of times now those alligators are aggressive towards humans. So their thinking is you kill the alligators, that way if someone else ever goes into the water.
They tasted human flesh and they want more.
Maybe a kid gets near the water, the alligator isn't prone to think of humans as a natural food source now.
I see. Again, that makes sense. You freaks are very smart.
That's a lot of the reasons why they euthanize them. Also, there are times they have to euthanize an alligator to get the body parts back out.
Oh, yeah.
For the family or for funeral or whatever. They got to do an autopsy on the body and all that legal stuff. So, yeah, sometimes they've also got to retrieve the body parts from the stomachs of those alligators. But,
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much the, since you said you were wondering why they killed the alligators.
Yeah, well.
That's what they do here in Florida. All right. Love you, Timmy Boo. Have a good day. Bye.
Love you, too. Thanks for the information. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. Want you guys email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God. Is it? Oh, God.
The bottom-friendly menu from Postmates.
But I poop from there.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Remember, tomorrow's episode of DV is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back to end the week with the Friday show. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Fuck. My grandfather eating my ass.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.